We are here, Bobby. A-Bear, WWL Radio. Saints eviscerate, dominate, destroy the Patriots. We're going to react to the Cajun Cannon as only we can do. Bobby, take it away.
Well,
I wasn't expecting the first thing we were going to get is audio of Bobby just absolutely housing a Perrier. Wow.
Cajun Cannon, I feel like you have been saving up for this one. And the black and gold delivered for you today in New England. A big 34-0 victory over the Patriots. New Orleans now sitting at 3-2 after week 5.
Hell yeah, Steve.
There you go. There you go, Bobby.
But hell yeah. A win is a win. You have to look at the National Football League, how hard it is to win. I know the Patriots are sorry, but it's not our fault.
Who cares? The Panthers are sorry. The Titans are sorry. The schedule we play is soft. Everyone we play is going to be sorry. Who cares? All you can do is dominate them, and we dominated them 34-0. No, doesn't matter. You can't. It's the NFL. Not, if we say we have an easy schedule and we need to take advantage of that schedule, this is what I mean. Going on the road and winning 34-0. This game was completely out of hand within the first 8 minutes. Like, the game was over. You could tell who the better team was. This is all you can ask a team to do.
It's still an NFL team. I know they've only won one game, but don't we love to humble people who have excelled at a high level? Bill Belichick. Yeah, you want to talk about a humble loss. Bill Belichick looks like, boy, if I wasn't trying to get that record, I don't think I'd still be coaching.
Yeah.
Did he show?
The record he's talking about is Don Shula, I believe, has the record for most wins. Belichick's but the problem with Belichick is that he's close to 3 seasons away from that record, I believe. He doesn't have Tom Brady where he's guaranteed 10 wins a season. Now, I mean, you got to wonder, are they really going to let him go after this record if he's putting up 3, 4, 5 win seasons? I highly doubt it.
Any emotion or passion on the sideline? He looks so disinterested.
Yeah.
This is the last place I want to be because
team's bad. The Patriots are bad.
The Saints put a whooping on the Patriots that the Patriots have never seen. You might say, well, Bobby, what are you talking about? I think it was the worst. I think somebody might say the worst home loss in Patriots history.
Yeah.
Now, when I played against the Patriots, they weren't very good. They won 3 or 4 games. But then you look at all through their history and the ebbs and flows up and downs of an organization, they've never got whooped like the Who Dat Nation put on the New England Patriots. Boston.
We talked about it all week. We talked about how in New Orleans, this had to be the game where you got right. This has to be the week of preparation where every single day you're coming into the training facility and the coaches are saying, look, the season is on the line. We cannot have a performance like that again. The Patriots were doing the same thing. Think about that. All week long, the Patriots were sitting there saying, guys, we have to bounce back. This is a big week. They're fully motivated. They're max motivated, max focused. And we smoked them 34-0. So that makes it even a better win against a team like New England, who has the the organizational structure that they do. To take advantage of that, very impressive.
The Patriots, New England Patriots. All I know is, Steve, I'm kind of jinky. And the Saints won. So I'm a proud citizen of the Who Dat Nation.
Lucky shirt.
This is why you heard at the end, we taking over Massachusetts, so all of a sudden doing the Who Dat chant. Well, that's what I'm saying. We got the right nation, the right fan base, Gulf South, Gulf Coast, New Orleans area, everything. We got the right people. Give us something to cheer for.
There you go.
Give us something to cheer for.
This gives us something to cheer for.
A better fan base. You don't think the Patriots fans are a little spoiled? Did they even show up at the game? If you look
they certainly didn't stay.
How quiet was that stadium? Now, I think they booed a little bit, but they should have.
I got to disagree with Bobby on that. They were booing hard. When Mac Jones came out and Bailey Zappi came in, they were cheering. I mean, that team, you got to think, I wouldn't have stuck around. I wouldn't have been sitting in the stands 34-0 after just getting embarrassed against Dallas. These Patriots fans are not used to this. It's going to be hell to pay this week in New England. I mean, they're going to be taking some serious heat But when Mac Jones came out and Bailey Zappi came in, the crowd that was there went nuts.
Been booing way louder, considering the product on the field. Just to look at a little bit what actually occurred. Total first downs.
Dominated.
Defense was outstanding. They had 8.
Yeah.
I remember we shut out the
We had like
Broncos
17.
Great John Elway and all. It was like 42-0 back in 1988. And I remember the Dome Patrol held the Broncos to 9 first downs. But we held this Patriot team to 8 first downs.
Yeah.
And considering that the rules are structured for the offense to have success, 8 first downs, the defense could not be any better. And then it even gets better. This is what we did the first 2 games of the season versus the latter 2. Third down defense. They were 1 of 14.
If they would have been 0 for, that honestly may have been a record. It might have been a record for how bad a team was in that stat. So we were probably real close, or as close as you can get, I guess, to having a record.
7%. That is outstanding. Now, offensively, I think we were functional.
Yeah.
We not doing what we need to do on a consistent basis. Now, baby steps, whatever. That's not good. We're only 5 of 15, 33%. We need to be it makes all the difference in the world. You might say, well, Bobby, what if we had 7 out of 15? Yes, 5 out of 15 is.
Well, we talked about that a little bit in the immediate reaction video, that there would be some stats that had an asterisk to it. That's a good example, right? Like if you're up 28-0 and you have 3rd and 4, you may run the ball. You may just run the ball, not worry about throwing, kill some more clock, punt, play the field battle. In a different game script, so I would hesitate. I would tell everyone to hesitate reading that box score. Hesitate at the yardage car head. Hesitate at all that stuff. It's really hard to unless you do the all 22. Unless you go back and watch the game and grade it on a play-by-play basis. But it's hard to look back now and be like, oh, well, we did, 5 for 15 on 3rd downs. Well, how many of those 3rd downs were when the game was out of hand? What was the play calling looking like? So you got to factor all that stuff in.
That's hell of a lot worse than if you're going 7 of 15. Now, you would ultimately be like 8 of 15, 50% or more, but you got to be realistic. Finally, very good in the red zone. 3 of 4, 75%. Yep. You said, well, I want to be 100%. No, you know what you want to be 100% is goal to goal. There's a difference. Red zone and goal to goal. Now, if you got goal to goal, hell yeah, you got to will your way into the end zone, get a touchdown. We were 3 for 3, 100%. Red zone, we were 3 of 4. I came and look at the Patriots. I don't think they even sniff. They were lucky if they were across midfield. They're not sniffing the red zone. Great defense. We gave up a total, not and a half in a game. 156 total yards. Again, that's about giving
audio just imploding from WWL here.
I'm only 8 first downs. That is, I can tell you right now, the rest of the season will not happen.
How's this happen? All right, ladies and gentlemen, shocking turn of events here. We have to shift away from the WWL video. The audio is too bad. I'm not going to make y'all sit through that. I could barely listen to the popping and all that stuff, so I certainly wasn't going to subject y'all to that. So we're going to finish the video with Dennis Allen's post-game press conference, sprinkle in some of this here with the one and only Dennis Allen,
who played around here in a while. I thought all 3 phases of the game, came in and did their job and did what we needed to do to win the game. So pleased with the win, and now we start turning our attention to next week at Houston.
There you go. Couldn't agree more. All 3 phases of the game were good. Dominant performance, pat on the back, tip of the cap, whatever you want to say. But you got to keep moving forward. We have to turn this into a win at Houston. We have to keep moving this train and kind of keep improving, keep progressing, get better and better. This certainly is not the end-all be-all. I don't think this is the best the Saints can play, as crazy as it sounds after a 34-0 win, because I don't think the offense showed its full potential. Because of obviously the score. The defense did, no doubt. This is probably as good of a defensive performance as you'll ever find. This is like if the offense were to win a game 55-53 and Derek Carr goes 32 for 34 for 440 yards and 5 touchdowns, I sit here and say, okay, it's probably the best the offense can play. This was the defense's moment. We still need to get the offense to be firing on all cylinders, but that'll come. I have no doubt that that'll come. This is a very positive step in that direction, for sure. So but it's important we parlay this performance with a good performance against Houston. All of a sudden, then we're 4-2. Jacksonville's coming to the Dome Thursday night. I'll be there. Can't wait. So we got it. We have to show up against the Texans.
Yeah, what are some of the things offensively that kind of stood out positively?
Well, look, I think we were able to score points in the red zone.
Yep.
I think that was probably the number one thing. I thought we ran the ball pretty well in the game. So I thought, overall, I thought up front, overall, I thought we did some good.
Overall, the offensive line was good. I'm not totally sure about the being able to run the ball that well, but the offensive line was better.
Good things, and I thought we did a good job of, kind of, being able to control the line of scrimmage a little bit.
You mentioned last week that, offensively, everything needed to kind of be a little bit better. Do you feel like they answered that challenge?
Yeah.
All right, so the question there was offensively got to be better. Did the offense answer that challenge?
Look, the challenge really was for everybody to be better.
Yeah, agreed.
So this wasn't an offense, defense, kicking game deal. This was a New Orleans Saints need to be better. We had to coach better. We had to play better. And I thought everybody, coaches, players, everybody alike, answered the challenge this week.
I'm fired up right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fired up. That just motivated. I might go run stairs. I might put a weighted vest on and do some push-ups. There's no telling what I'll do. I might drink 6 raw eggs like I'm Rocky or something. That was what an answer from Dennis Allen. That's what I want to hear. Very true. It's not. We talk a lot about Pete Carmichael. We talk a lot about the offense. It's not strictly an offense thing. The New Orleans Saints as a whole, the team, the franchise has to be better. We deserve better as fans. We expect better. He's right. We got to be better, and we have to be better coming out of this game. This isn't an A+ job. Circle. Congratulations. Here's a sticker for a good job. Well done. See you next season. This is one step towards the grand goal. The grand goal is competing for the NFC and then competing for the Super Bowl.
Did you guys put an emphasis on being more aggressive early on to kind of set the tone? And we're going to go down the field and it's different than what we did last week?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think we wanted to, come into the game and be able to run the ball and throw the ball effectively. I really thought we had some opportunities that we could have taken advantage of that we didn't take advantage of.
100% down the field. There was a lot of passes that were slightly off, whether it was from Carr or the receiver ended up dropping, like Olave's catch in the end zone. He kind of bobbled through, didn't finish the catch. There was a couple deep passes to Olave that Carr pushed him out of bounds a little bit. Carr overthrew some receivers. He threw behind Jimmy Graham on a third down that Jimmy kept running. Carr thought he was going to sit. So there was a lot of opportunities that weren't realized. And that makes you feel even better. Because like I was saying, great performance, but we left a lot to be desired. This could have been 45 to nothing, 42 nothing.
I thought it was great. I thought our guys, knew what we needed to do. I think they understood that the previous performance wasn't good enough, and we knew we had a better team than what we put out there, and I think today we came out and answered the bell.
100%. The team showed so much heart, so much just will. And you can always tell how much a team cares, at the line of scrimmage, on a 4th down, 3rd and short, field goal, any extra points. If you watch the field goal block team or the extra point block team, if they're hustling, if they're firing, you can assume the team is playing hard. If they're kind of slacking off, if they're not really doing much, you can assume the team doesn't really care. The Saints care. The 4th and 1, DeMario Davis, again, meeting Ramondre Stevenson in the hole like that, the game is out of hand. No one would have blamed him for just making a tackle. But he's playing like it's the Super Bowl. The one thing you cannot ever say about this team is that they quit. You can never say the Saints don't care, and they did answer that bell. There was a lot of frustration after last week in the interviews. We covered a lot of those interviews, and there was frustration from all the players. And they handled it the best possible way you could. They channeled that into focus and whatever else, and they went out there and got the job done.
Dennis, you mentioned the defense answering the bell too. What do you think about those performances today?
Yeah, I thought defensively, I thought we played well.
Yeah, it was the best defensive performance I think I've ever seen.
Third down defense was really good. I think.
Yeah, they were like 1 for
our
14.
ability, to be able to get off the field on third down, helped us to be, and then our ability.
You aren't going to lose football games if you force the other team to go 1 for 14 on third downs and you win the turnover margin by 3. You will not lose games in the NFL.
On offense to be able to run the ball, kind of maintain time of possession. I think that got out of whack a little bit in our favor in the game. So I think that was a huge part of the game. I thought our guys did a pretty good job up front, being able to stop the run and also being able to, kind of get after the quarterback a little bit.
Yeah, Mac Jones was then held the entire time. They couldn't run. I mean, they couldn't do anything offensively.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
Hell yeah. I mean, up until the pick 6, we had 2 punts. So it was still kind of a back and forth situation. It was still kind of a futile offensive performance. And then once Tyrann got the pick 6, the floodgates opened up. So when the defense does stuff like that, it just boosts the entire team, boosts the offense. It's a huge just weight off of the shoulders. You could see it on the players. So, I mean, yeah, that's a good example of the defense leading a team.
Being able to take the ball away, early in the game like that, and create a little bit of momentum on your side. I think our whole team kind of fed off of that, and that was certainly great to see. It's been a while since I can remember that we scored on defense, and so that was a little bit of an emphasis this week too, to take the ball away and potentially score on defense.
I know Pete was pretty adamant about taking all the blame for the offensive struggles this year on Friday, saying 100% my fault, I got to get better. What kind of conversations did you and him have? Not asking for details, but just about him wanting to come into this game, be different, get a different outcome, not just on the scoreboard, but
yeah. Look, we talk every week.
I certainly hope so. I mean, this is the head coach and the offensive coordinator. It's a kind of a weird question, like what's the conversation between you and Pete without any details. I'm not sure how much Dennis can really say here, but.
And, if you're having struggles in an area, there's very few times that you can point in one individual direction and say that's the issue. So the challenge this week was for everybody, players and coaches, to show up. And I thought our guys answered the bell and showed up today.
Yeah, obviously we got lost in a 34-0 game with Blake Grupe with the 2 long kicks. What's your confidence level?
Yeah, boom. Talking about Blake Grupe. Guys, who was leading the charge in defending Blake Grupe? I'll give you a hint. Me. Everyone else said he's not clutch. He's not this. He's not that. He's missed 1 kick the entire year. The only way he could be better is if he was 100%. Made 2 50-plus field goals outside in a place he's never been, swirling winds. The last kick was into the wind. I mean, I sure hope we're not still having a conversation about I wish Will Lutz was here. I sure hope we're not still talking about how Blake Grupe isn't clutch. I mean, what a ridiculous. I'm glad we made those videos. I'm glad we defended Blake Grupe and kind of went out there. Because I hope today showed everyone how ridiculous it is to try and somehow gauge who is clutch and what clutch is and when clutch kicks. Yeah, the game was out of hands, but those 2 50-yard field goals are still a big deal. And making those is still a big deal. If he misses those kicks, does it not matter because it's not a game winner? If he makes the kicks, does it not matter because they're not a potential game winner? No. So hopefully this is the final conversation we have about clutch or not. The fact of the matter is that Blake Grupe is a hell of a kicker. And Blake Grupe might be, right now, I guess he's 1 kick away from being the best kicker in the NFL. So he's glad he's here, rookie kicker. I'm glad we got a 7th-round pick for Lutz. As I'm making this video, Lutz is probably missing field goals in Denver right now. So, congratulations to King Blake.
I think it's extremely high. I think he's kicked the ball exceptionally well for us and had 0 reservations about having him, attempt a long field goal. So it's great to see him do that.
Yeah, he's the best.
Alan just walked in the room and obviously he's now the all-time touchdown.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just speak on just an overall picture of him?
Yeah, look, I mean, he's been outstanding for our football team. both in terms of his production on the field and in terms of his leadership in the locker.
Alvin Kamara is one of those guys. So they asked him about the touchdown today. He's the all-time career leader in touchdowns now for the Saints, deservedly. Congratulations to Alvin, obviously. But I mean, he kind of is this, like, what he is, what the Saints want to be. He is the versatile, dynamic back who can catch the ball, run the ball, do all that stuff. He is a great example. He is the Saints offense personified. So, amazing stuff. He's been good his entire career. He's been a great person for the city. He loves the city. The city loves him. He's always involved in stuff off the field. So, yeah, love Kamara. He's the man. Huge fan. Always have been. So glad to see that he's playing at such a high level and that he got the record.
Locker room. I think it's been awesome. There's some plays in the game today that probably don't stand out to the naked eye, and yet you just watch some of the his ability to make guys miss. And
yeah, he had a play. It was like maybe a 3rd and 10 or something like that, and he converted the short little pass. He made a couple guys miss, got the first down. Ends up being like a 10-yard reception in a game that was out of hand already, so people probably won't notice it. But that was a great example of just how good Kamara is and how good he can be.
And create plays is pretty awesome. I thought he ran the ball exceptionally hard today.
Yeah, he
and
did.
So we've been working to get that 73rd touchdown. So it's been a while for us to finally get it. So it was good for that to happen.
Yeah, this is the largest home loss, shutout loss in the Patriots franchise history. I mean, could you have seen anything like this coming this week?
No, look, I mean,
yeah, how could he have possibly seen this coming? I mean, these questions are unbelievable. How you get the microphone handed to you and you ask something like this?
Our deal this week was just focus on us,
Win, be good,
focus on
win.
what we have to do to be better, and then go out and execute our jobs, on Sunday in the game. And I thought everybody as an organization, I thought did a good job of doing that.
Agreed.
This is kind of what you thought this offense is capable of? At least
I think this is what I think.
So they asked, is this what the offense is capable of? I don't think the offense was that good. I think the offense was better. I think they were competent. I think they looked like an average offense, a working offense, but they certainly weren't great. They certainly weren't good. And I hope this is not the final version. I hope this isn't the final form of the offense. Hopefully we're like second form here, and then we're going to get better and better. Olave is going to get better. Carr's going to get more comfortable. And we're going to see even more. He threw for 180 yards or whatever it was. This cannot be the final version of the offense. So the score looks good. We were great in the red zone. We got the results. But now we need to see the dynamic, the ability to create on offense. So great step in the right direction, but this can't be it.
I think this is what I want our team to look like, and now the challenge is can you replicate that week in and week out, in a tough league that we play in. And so I thought we had a great week of practice. I thought our preparation was awesome. I thought our focus was awesome. And I think the results showed.
Can you just define that a little bit? Like, what are the elements from this game that specifically, these are the 2 or 3 things that you want your team to look like?
Well, I mean, I think, scoring a lot of points and not giving up a lot.
Boom.
I thought we did a good job being efficient offensively. We were able to run the football.
I'll answer the question for him. I thought we did a good job in the red zone. We capped off drives. We took advantage of the field position, and our defense was completely stifling. So when you circle that, when you check those boxes, it's a good day in the office.
We took the ball away, which created some good field position. We played smart football. We still have to eliminate some of the penalties, but overall, I thought it was a well-played game.
You emphasize tackling and pass rush.
Okay, we're not going to listen to a tackling question. We talked about that last week. Love it. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do y'all think? I mean, this was a wild ride of a video here, going from Bobby Hebert to this, but we had to make it happen. Sometimes in life, you got to pivot. Most channels would have said, you know what, throwing the video away. Here, big pivot. Okay, so thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Let me know in the comments below, how are you feeling? We're now 2.5 hours after the game ended. Are you soaking it in? Are you believing? Are we back? Are you throwing away the paper bags? Are the Aints days are behind us? Okay, we got to roll this into the to Houston. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm motivated. Dennis has me ready to run through a wall. So I'm about to go leave now and do a couple box squats. I would say for everyone to do a couple box squats tonight in Dennis's honor. They play hard. We box squat hard. That's how it works. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.